What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Dave B. You watching DaveBeyondTV, where we go beyond everyday bullshit that people be consuming on a day-to-day basis. And I'm just getting off work, so I wanted to make a video real quick talking about work, a job, a career. One thing I'll say is this: a job on a spiritual level, right, is only as valuable as really on any level. A job is only as a job in this world is only as valuable. Is only as valuable as the abilities that we can extract from it. I say it again. A job in this world is only as valuable as the abilities that we can extract from it. And what I mean by that is, now in this world, yeah, you're gonna have to get a paycheck. I don't care who you are, what you're trying to do. I mean, shit, there's many different ways. So hey, by all means, if you can find a new way to go about this shit, go ahead. But what I will say is this: being rooted in reality. If you want to operate in this world and not get too lost in trying to be overly spiritual to the point you become a bum somewhere on the side of the road, homeless, because you had too much faith in a delusion, I'm gonna keep it real with you. The way they got the system set up, you need to figure out how you're gonna make money in this world in order to support yourself and your family or whatever. Yourself first. But especially if you're a man out here, as a woman, you might be able to, use other abilities to where you won't have to work as much, or you can, eventually not have to work if you support whoever you're with enough in the right ways to where they can support you. That's a different video. That's a different topic. Similar topic, but that's a different timeline. That's a different conversation. But for the most part, in this world in general, regardless, you need to figure out how you're going to generate resources. And one of the biggest resources we got to figure out how to generate is how to get paid, so that we can afford a living condition that's appropriate, that allows us enough comfort to carry out our duties and obligations for God and things of that nature. Now, I know that gets confusing, because you're saying, again, God ain't got nothing to do with a lot of the physical things that we got to do in the way the world is just set up in general. So, not to get too many things conflated and think that all of these things are necessarily correlated. But what I've experienced in my 28 years on this planet, right, is that if you want to create a situation for yourself that's as comfortable as possible, so that you can get the most out of life without having to overstress yourself. Because see, when you operate a little too much on the spiritual end, and let's say you do let your responsibilities and your bills get out of hand, you're not even going to be in a comfortable enough space to be as creative as you can. You're not even going to be as free and available to do the things that you may need to be doing. So on some level, you need to be able to provide for yourself to create enough comfort in between for yourself to carry out these duties and obligations. Now, a lot of that is going to look like you just getting a job, a 9-to-5. A lot of rhetoric these days convince you, it's dying down now. But I remember a couple years ago, be an entrepreneur, do this, work for yourself, all these different things that sound good on the surface, but might cause you to crash out based upon what it actually takes to do these different things. You know what I'm saying? It's not all, again, it's like having a job, or, it's like, working for yourself. You end up putting a lot more hours into work, you know what I'm saying? And you still ain't guaranteed a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it's just much easier to go get a job. Now, what I'm saying is not to dim your own light and power and, overly, give up on your dream of being an entrepreneur or whatever. I'm not saying that at all. That's not what this video is about. This video is about if you are an individual who then came to the conclusion that you need to go get a job, or if you're working a job right now, but you still on your spiritual path, and you got goals, you got vision, you got a mission, you got a purpose, you know what you're doing with this shit. Even if you don't really know what you're doing with it, start to do this. Start to look at the things that your job requires you to do. And this will even help you at your job become better at your job without having to sacrifice your well-being and who you are. This is actually you being strategic with your job, so that you clocking in don't have to feel like you just wasting time, because I know what that feels like too. It's these bullshit jobs that have you doing a bunch of shit where you like, damn, I could be doing all my other creative attributes. But here's a way that you can kind of trick yourself into not only potentially doing a lot better at your job to get a raise or whatever, but also improving yourself to get a lot further in your spiritual journey or with your creative abilities than you think you could have. Because it's a lot of time we spend at a job, you know what I'm saying? A 9 to 5, like 9 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock p.m. That's a big ass chunk of your day, especially to go to bed a couple hours later and have to get up and do it again 5-6 times out the week. So what I'm kicking is for you to help use this energy to your benefit. Part of it is about finding, okay, in the everyday tasks that you have to do, start to extract certain abilities that you can utilize in different areas of life. For instance, you might have a manager job. So instead of getting to work and just thinking that you're doing a bunch of bullshit all day, start to understand what that job requires and break those down into abilities that you can now translate and transmute into different areas of your life to be beneficial. For instance, as a manager, you probably have to deal with other people's personalities. Let that be an ability that you work on and build throughout the day at work. So instead of looking at it like, man, I got to talk to my coworkers and shit, man, I don't even like talking to people. Start looking at it as, okay, I'm learning how to manage different personalities so that when I go clock out and I go to my house and I start working on my creative ability or my dream and my goal, I can start to use my ability that I learned at this job of managing people to now understand how to structure my business. And that way, when I'm telling other people about my dream and my creative what I got going on, I can have the right tone of voice to understand how their personality is and communicate to them in an effective way, just like I did my coworkers today when I was practicing my ability to manage people. Like, you gotta be a real magician and get creative with how to do these things. I think I said this in a previous video a real long time ago, but it's about being able to break different things that you do on a daily basis at your job down into things that you can translate and utilize in a different area of life. You know what I'm saying? And it's easier said than done, because you don't, and it could be anything. It could be you talking to customers all day, practicing how to communicate to people, you know what I'm saying? Or how to communicate in general, or how to, customer service, you know what I'm saying? You doing these different things. Okay, yeah. So when I have my business, I'll know how to talk to customers, and I'll have a transcript for people I hire at my business that I built to how to talk to customers too. So I don't have to always be present. You feel me? Different things like that. You might have to organize things on a clipboard at your job and things of that nature. Now you know, okay, well, let me see with my own business what I can start to organize on a clipboard, and I can make that an aspect of me building my business that can help me get a lot further faster based upon you just picking up certain gifts and abilities at these jobs. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point of a job. Like, if you're gonna work a job, you might as well start to extract what it is you can, whatever you can from that job to be able to do better at what you're trying to build, your dream and things of that nature. And that's one of the biggest ways, the fastest ways to do it, by finding these little different just seeing little things that you have to do every day on a basis, instead of, because see, that's the thing, it's just about being intentional, because you can spend all your day wasting time just by you not having a proper perspective on how to place these different things in your mind. So don't get caught up in that. You know what I'm saying? Figure out how you can utilize these things so that your majority of your day that you spend away from your dream or creative attributes, you can actually remix that into something that you can now build on. You know what I'm saying? Even conversations with different people higher up in management than you. You know what I'm saying? Put yourself in those conversations so you can start to think how they think and start to understand why they think the way they do, so that now you can be the boss of whatever you're trying to build for yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's like small things, even different clerks and co-workers that you have. Understand their conversations so you understand the minds of a person working under somebody. And that way, when you know, okay, when I got my people under me that's working for me. I know how to set things up to where they won't have the same complaints as they do with this employer. You know what I'm saying? And again, but you start to come to certain conclusions as to why your employer did certain things that made them say what they say, and why what they say might not even fucking matter, because they still gonna clock in every day. Like, you'll start to come to certain conclusions like that. But the point is, you put yourself in a space of an individual who owns a business, of an individual who actually done built a business, and you start to be able to emulate those things or embody those things so you can build your own in a way that, you know what I'm saying, works. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having to go through the trials and tribulations of not knowing, and now, you know what I'm saying, you waste a lot of time when you could have spent a lot of that time of your day that went to quote unquote what you see as bullshit at the moment. You actually was able to use that to something to your advantage. So this is how you can make all these different things correlate, and you don't have to feel like you at a job is a waste of time. But here's the thing, like I said, a job is only as valuable as the abilities you can extract from them. So also understand, pick and choose your jobs based upon what abilities you trying to build. You don't have to just take any and everything. I mean, if you in a situation where you got to do what you got to do, you got to do what you got to do. But if you have the benefit of a choice, why not choose a job that has certain abilities hidden within it that actually can help you in a different area? So this can help you, your job search in general. That way, every time you clocking into work, it's you building that on that dream still, rather than you just clocking in and becoming more depressed because you don't see the correlation between what you're going through every day and what you're trying to strive towards. You know what I'm saying? That way you can make more use of your time and your day and your energy than feeling like it all went to a waste. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we all have to figure out how we're going to support ourselves. But, you know, the beauty of it is we have the opportunity or the choice or the power to choose and control at least what we do, you know what I'm saying, and how we do it. You know what I'm saying? How we go about it. This little fly driving me nuts, man. But you know what I'm saying, that's just a little something. I mean, y'all might already have known that. I mean, it's you know, most of this is what you already know, but it's just a little one too for you to put things in perspective on your day to day. And also, it's like, also don't stress yourself out on these bullshit jobs. You know what I'm saying? Don't stress yourself out. You know, they're going to say a lot of shit as far as to why you need to be here every day, but every company got the same ideology, which is come here to build my dream. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to take it so personally. You just understand everybody want their dream built. You the same way. If you had, you know what I'm saying, you might do it a different way, and other companies going to do it different ways based upon what their company culture is and what their moral system is, but it's all the same shit. You know what I'm saying? It's all the same shit. So don't get that misconstrued. Don't let it pile on you too heavy. You know what I'm saying? Keep your mind clear, keep your heart clean, keep your, you know what I'm saying, keep your mind focused on the goal. But again, extract what you can as abilities from these things, and it could be anything. I mean, it could be as simple as you just filing papers, but there's a certain way you're filing them that you can translate or transmute into when you got your business of your own. But it's up to you to be as creative as you can to make the correlation, because I can't make the correlation for you as to how to use these things. You have to do that. That's part of the work. That's part of the creative work and the work we have to do every day as spirits. You know what I'm saying? The work we have to do every day as spirits to build on what we trying to do. So that's part of your job. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, take with that information what you can. Much love, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.